Worry not, my lady. I shall see you there safely. What's more, I believe some fresh air might do the both of us some good.
Yes, you speak true. I should be happy to join you.
At your leisure, then. I shall be ready when you are.
We'd best follow along and do as we're told.
Right, yes. We would not want to make a mess for the prince.
Shall we, then?
I look forward to this.
You two may well be Osarian, but rest assured, no harm will befall you within these walls.
For that, you have our thanks, Prince Gerard.
Very well. Shall we?
Our town feels absent its people.
Is that so? I would not know.
The invasions of Osarius and Nilbeth have left little funding to use here at home. The royal coffers never overflowed to start, but the wars have left their mark on our civilians. This wedding of ours, too, is but a political plot. Better to have us wed than pour more wealth into the war effort, so it would seem.
Your Highness, surely we cannot speak so candidly.
My words leave no impact on the greater population. Surely, you too are not here out of any true desire to be wed to me.
I cannot fathom why...
According to Neon, you and your kingdom are planning something, and have agreed to this only in an effort to buy yourselves time. You can blame him for our ceremony's fast approach. The tailor is just up ahead. Not far now.
As you say.
Here we are.
Your Highness, I would have gladly ventured to the castle myself had you summoned me.
My father would not have it. The best work is done right here, he says.
You are truly too kind. Gracious me, here she is. Welcome to my humble shop, Crown Princess Leticia.
Hello.
You have heard the details, yes? We will need a dress fit from the one supplied within 5 days' time.
That is quite the tall order, but I live to serve. I shall spend the next 5 days gathering together every skilled tailor in this fair city. Now then, right this way, Lady Leticia. Let us take your measurements. Your engagement brings about much joy, my lady. Just between you and me, the Empire's situation went from bad to worse ever since Colonel Valange appeared.
Oh, Valange. The, man with the horn?
Ever since those blasted Virians arrived, our nation has turned its eyes outward, rife with lust for conquest, for naught but falsehoods.
I see.
My mother's untimely death to Helgar's disease was tragic indeed, but so too was its fate. Many among us would blame Osarius for not sending us their iatromancers as the sickness spread, and such has fostered a thirst for war. But might we not also blame ourselves for making light of semiomancers and failing to educate and facilitate our own?
I cannot...
Neon and his ilk have long fanned the flames of discontent, and now the Virians have worked it into a firestorm. My father was made a different man the night the stars fell, and he saw their celestial ship.
Celestial... ship?
If such had never descended upon us, I am certain we would have met under better circumstance. I fear I must take my leave.
Prince Gerard, you would return alone?
Take your time and explore the town, if you are so inclined. But pray return by evening. We feast again this eve, and you shan't have a moment's freedom afterwards, until we are wed.
wedding dress in 5 days. Absurd, don't you think?
A bit, yes.
Anyway, the Emperor and Master Gerard are truly grateful for you and have welcomed you with open arms. After all, this will be a renovation of the wedding dress Her Majesty Tatiana wore at her own coronation.
The prince's mother who passed from Helgar's disease?
I am certain there are many circumstances surrounding this event for you, so please, do what you must. As for me, I will do all in my power to ensure Master Gerard's bride is the very vision of beauty. Until then, please let your heart be at ease.
Wow. From the looks of it, there really is no one around.
I suddenly get the feeling we must not betray Prince Gerard. I should like to hear more on his side of things. Let us take a brief walk and return to the castle.
I'm surprised he actually left us alone.
I believe he did as much out of kindness. Shall we spend a few moments walking the town?
Of course. I know it's hardly the time, but I'm kind of excited to see someplace new. Your Highness, look! There are shops over here. Care to take a look?
I would love to have a look at what armaments they have to offer, but perhaps that might seem uncouth for a bride-to-be.
I mean, who's going to stop you?
Well, when you put it that way, mayhaps just one little look.
The castle, Your Highness?
Yes, I think we should walk the castle grounds next.
Right, but let's make sure we stay alert. We're in enemy territory after all.
Is there aught left I can do? We should rest while we can. Has anything so far seemed out of place to you?
What's most suspicious is how nice they all are.
Putting that aside for now, have you been able to discern any advanced technology?
I figured everyone would be carrying phase guns. Or maybe there would be drones and cameras all over the castle, but I haven't seen much of anything at all. I did spot a few firearms with gunpowder, but even then, not very many. Everything is so different from what I imagined it would be.
Yet, the Empire was behind the assault on Baldar, and the coup d'etat in Osarius.
I know.
We must not allow ourselves to be taken in, not when everyone back home is working so hard.
You're absolutely right.
My apologies for calling you on such short notice. I trust you do not need a guide to walk the palace grounds?
In fact, I had hoped to ask as much of someone, as it were. I would be delighted were it to be you yourself.
It pleases me to hear you say so.
To think that the prince himself would show us about the castle.
Not the first time we have walked together. And I imagine it would be difficult for your attendant to attend, with no knowledge of our home.
Crown Prince?
Those of our people with proper permits are allowed as far as this hall. That includes certain dubious merchants who peddle their wares to the knights, however. Do be careful.
Do you shop here as well, Prince Gerard?
As a child, I would oft waste my allowance here, much to the chagrin of my father.
Prince Gerard, might that be our crown princess-to-be?
Do show some respect. I will not have you forcing strange trinkets upon her.
I would never. Care to take a look, my lady? I have rare goods, ones you would never happen across back in Osarius.
Oh, do you now?
We haven't the time, I'm afraid. Perhaps at your next meeting. Surprised, are you? It was my understanding you spent much time amongst the townspeople.
I never imagined you would be free to shop of your own accord.
I have another locale to show you. Follow me.
By your lead.
You need not remain so formal.
Oh, goodness.
Welcome to my favorite spot in the whole castle. Has our lengthy little tour left you tired?
Oh no, it was far too enthralling a tour to be taxing.
I am pleased you seem to have enjoyed it. That you might feel trapped here is not lost on me. Feel free to walk the halls and locations I have shown you today.
Prince Gerard, I had a lovely time today. Thank you.
My pleasure.
What an interesting fellow.
Definitely. Empire is a much scarier sort of place. But it seems like the people here really only want ordinary, peaceful lives, too.
Is there aught left I can do? We should rest while we can. Father.
I would ask you not to do anything brash, for your own sake.
I am not so foolish. Have you come to escort me back to my chambers?
Prince Gerard seems to have granted you free roam. Huh. You could have made your escape the other day if you wanted to.
What reason have I to escape? I am come firm in my resolve. Besides, Chloe would be in quite the dilemma were I to flee.
And why should royalty act in service of its servants?
Why exactly are you here, pray tell? Have you aims at world domination?
The man from Vergold taught you a lot, huh? But I'm not gonna answer that question until I ascertain how you came to travel with Duma. I have nothing to say to you.
Would you have a mind to leave me be, then?
Only if I could. But I am here to inform you, dinner is served. So please return to your room.
Very well. Is there aught left I can do?
You look positively radiant, Lady Leticia. The very image of Her Majesty Tatiana.
Princess Leticia is her own woman, as my mother was hers.
Oh, forgive the foolish remark, my liege. The dress just suits her ever so perfectly.